Hello everybody, it's GaySarahK back at it again with Inscryption. I also think that I have fixed the thing about the black bars around the video. So that's something. And today, there's only one tribal challenge left to do. I have already done the insects challenge and the hooked cards challenge. Birds only, canines only, and so that just leaves reptiles only. Now, a certain individual seems to believe that this is in fact the worst starting deck. I'm not really convinced. I think it's probably either this one or this one. But, either way, this is the deck that I will be going with for this run. Now this is a Reptiles run, and if memory serves correctly, the only rare reptile is the amalgam. So I'm gonna go with no boss rares to increase the chances of getting a reptile after beating a boss. I'm going to go with, not sure if you heard that, but a truck just drove by my apartment. I'm going to go with the pricey pelts because I don't plan on buying pelts anyway. I just like to collect teeth. And I'm going to go with smaller backpack because I hate the pliers. As my, true fan, singular, already knows. But hopefully those numbers will go up. I like it when number goes up. And of course we have to wait for the game to load. Alright, so this is our starter deck. Now, the big issue with the Geck deck is that we only have two cards that deal damage. One of them takes a round before it even works, and they both only deal 1 damage. So we're looking for high damage reptile cards. I'm not even sure those exist. None of these are even reptiles, much less high damage reptiles. I will grab the Bloodhound. And the Kingfisher. Then I will use a sigil transfer to get rid of one of them. I can put the Kingfisher on... I'll put it on the rabbit. The rabbit's useless anyway. Gilligan cut to like a 7-2 rabbit. I'm gonna get rid of this squirrel because the main deck is already full of essentially squirrels. And thus far, all of my blood cards, I think my only blood card? Yeah, my only blood card is one I can't even play. So I'll put down this tadpole. And I'll ring that bell. just like you should if you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, maybe you should subscribe. I currently only put out one video a week, and it's not like it's really that big of a deal. And, you know, you'll see more content like this. What's not to love, right? Shilling my stream, shilling my channel, because that's what YouTubers are supposed to do, yeah? 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 Subscribe? Like? Comment? Do all those things? Normally I like to wait till the end. But hey, you know, whatever. I'll play a Geck. There's another B. So now I'm currently... Yeah, there we go, yep. And due to the way math works, I cannot get teeth from this fight, so... Oh well. Now, if I go this way, I've got a decent chance of getting a guaranteed reptile, and there's a campfire where I might be able to get rid of this rabbit or this bloodhound. But if I go left, I might be able to get, you know, half of a totem. Well, I will be able to get half of a totem, just whether or not it's any good, that's a separate matter. I think I'm going to go right. Reptiles. Adder. And some of you may be wondering, hey, if this is a reptiles run, then why am I allowed to play the tadpole? Tadpoles aren't reptiles, they're amphibians. And the reason why is because Leshy is a frickin' moron and he thinks that tadpoles are reptiles. And so he put this little sigil thingy here in the corner that indicates that this is a reptile just like this and just like this, but obviously it's not. And anyone who's ever read a book knows that tadpoles aren't reptiles. But Leshy is a moron. And he just spends all day sitting in the dark in his cabin. A cabin that, I will point out, has 2 rooms and 1 door that leads between the 2 rooms. There is no other door. There is no other door. According to Act 2, there should be a door right here. So Leshy should be facing a door right here. But there's no door there. Only darkness. There's no door here. There isn't. There's no door. There's no door. So there's only 1 door, so Leshy literally can't even leave the cabin. And frankly, I don't think he's able to get his butt up off that chair. I'm not even sure there's a chair there because it's dark, but dadgummit, you know. I mean, okay, this is technically a stool, but like, you know. There's presumably a stool that he's sitting on as well. Actually, no, I do know for a fact that he is capable of getting his butt up off that stool, but like, well, no. I know that he's capable of standing. But I'm not sure whether he's capable of standing up, if that makes sense. It's weird. This is the world. It's, you know, shaped a bit differently, but like that is where Grimoire lives. And this landmass up here, that's where Leshy lives. So that's neat. Anyway, back to the game. Now, I have heard that the ringworm trick works with the adder. But on the other hand, I want to maybe get rid of this bloodhound or the rabbit. There we go. No more rabbit. And I get to keep the bones. Incredibly useful, given the sheer number of bone cards I have. Squirrel. Geck. Intern. Take 1 damage. On purpose, mind. Play the adder. Put down this tadpole. Take 3 more damage. But that's fine. Hey, I'll get a tooth from this fight. No, Leshy, I'm not accepting your surrender. I want a tooth. I'm gonna get rid of that. Yes. Now I have a tooth. Now, what you got for me, Leshy? Cockroach is good for a sigil transfer. But I like tadpole. No, I don't like tadpole. The reason that I felt like saying that is because it's a reptile, and so I'm allowed to play it. So that's nice. But I grabbed the cockroach, so I can take that, and I can put it on Geck. Woohoo! Alright. Right. I could grab a bullfrog. Wouldn't be the worst thing ever. And don't get me wrong, it's a bad card, but like, it is a reptile, so I can at least play it. Now, do I want to try to get rid of the bloodhound? Or buff the Geck? I'm gonna buff the Geck. may as well buff the Geck again. There are no flying reptiles. This is a bit of a problem. I'll sacrifice the smoke to play this bullfrog. And then I'll play a squirrel bear. Not gonna play it this time. And now what I do is I use the adder to pull the Geck off of the board and then play the Geck over there. And then those two things both die. And I could put down a couple of squirrels to chump block, but I don't need to. And I have a second tooth. Well, that's a reptile. Goobert. And mycologists. Now, bone cards, there's the Rattler. 3 bloods. Lammer's not a reptile. Grizzly's not a reptile. Motorcycle's not a reptile. Moosebuck, not a reptile. Great White, not a reptile. Having a hard time remembering the 5th one. Oh wait, it's direwolf. Also not a reptile. The question is, do I have a better chance of getting a reptile with 1 bloods or 2 bloods? I think 1 bloods. Oh, that's not a reptile. But Goobert. And now I can copy the Geck. Please mess up the sigil. Please mess up the sigil. Okay, he didn't mess up anything. which is also okay. But I would have preferred that Goobert mess up the sigil, so that when I combined the Gecks at the mycologists, it would have 2 sigils. That was dumb. Go ahead and get rid of that mole. Play the Geck. I'll play the Geck, sacrifice it to put down... No, that's pointless. I might as well. Wolf kills the adder. But that's okay because I get teeth. Oh yeah, that brings me up to 7 teeth, enough to buy the knife. Here's that rattler. Mycologists. 6/2 unkillable Geck. Oh. This is bad. Okay. Put down 2 squirrels to play this adder. Oh. That's really bad. And I still don't have that Geck. I'm not allowed to hook any of those cards, so I guess I just lose this fight. I need to remove some cards. And the Trapper Visit is not gonna help. Ooh, Bone Lord. I can try to get rid of this Bloodhound. Or the Skunk. Come on. Yes. So those survivors who just ate that adder should be dead now. Two more teeth for GaySarahK. Oh yes. Now I can trade that pelt for, hopefully, a reptile. On the other hand... Well, okay, none of these are reptiles. On the other hand, black goat. And now I can do this. The Bone Lord was deeply satisfied with your offering. And this is the major boon of the Blood Lord. Bone Lord. Bone Lord. Oh no, I'm forced to take the unkillable totem base. Oh no. How atrocious. A fate worse than death. Oh. I could just play a Rattler right out the gate. Hey, another Rattler. Yes. I can play the Geck and sacrifice the Bullfrog and the Geck in order to put that adder down. Then I can put the Geck there and end phase 1 of this fight. Okay, I'll just go ahead and put down that Geck. I was hoping this fight would last long enough that I could actually use this hook. Because there's supposed to be an adder that he plays in order to get rid of one of the gold nuggets after the Bloodhound, but I guess not. Well, yeah, I'll just grab the tadpole. I don't have any particular desire to visit the mycologists right now. Bone Lord, however, that's nice. None of those are reptiles. None of those are reptiles. That is one of the worst bug cards I could have gotten. Okay. So I am, once again, in a situation where I really kind of don't want to get rid of this Bloodhound because getting rid of this other new card is of a slightly higher priority. Nine bones. I see. think I'm just straight up gonna lose this fight. Yeah. Oh no, I can't afford any more pelts. Finally, a couple of sigil transfers. So I can take the skunk and put it on... Let's go with the tadpole. Moose buck. It'll be okay. Boom. That's a problem, though. There we go. So now, this mole takes 3 damage. Then the Geck hits it and deals 5 splash damage over to this elk. And then the bullfrog hits the mole man for 1. Oh yeah. And then I get plenty of tea through this turn. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. I'll just get rid of this pelt. Exchange it for hopefully a reptile. Skink. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Now I can finally get rid of this bloodhound. And I think I will put it on... I think I'll put it on the skink. Bones. put the Geck here. It literally doesn't matter. It's a turn 1 win. I just win. Just straight up. With excess damage. Teeth. I get teeth from that. No. Great. Fine. I'll just take the black goat. Hope for the best. Yeah, sure enough. Ringworm trick works for the adder. Alright, this is a health buff. Might as well go ahead and put it on the skink. If I can get that reptile head, though. No? Okay, fine. These are considered reptiles. Wonderful. Yeah. I'll probably have to edit that out. But sometimes you just need a massive sneeze. Alright. And with 4 pelts, including this one, I can just take the entire front row. There's nothing strange about those choices, Leshy. Nothing strange about them. I'll play a Rattler. You know, I think I will sacrifice the Geck to play this skink. And then I'll play the Geck. Just for 1 more damage, because I feel like it. I like the teeth. First there was confusion. Then there were teeth, 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 teeth. This is a lot of teeth. 20 teeth. Also, the game caps out at 999 teeth. None of these are reptiles, Leshy. 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 None of these are reptiles. I can go to the wood carver and hope for a reptile head. Or... Or I can get a an item. Or I can do a sigil transfer. And if I do a sigil transfer, I can get rid of the black goat and put it on, say, this tadpole or this bullfrog. I think it would make sense to put it on the bullfrog, actually, because of the fair hand mechanic. Black goat goes on bullfrog. The traditional opening move for this fight. Oh. Well, I've just won. Okay. I don't need to do anything else. I mean, I do need to do something else, but like I've already won. This won't even be a challenge. All I have to do is sacrifice my Geck and then play it in a different lane. And see, this is exactly why he likes to have that mole man there. Specifically so that you can't wipe him on turn 1. Which is precisely why I like to have a card removal when I come into this fight, so that I can get rid of that mole man, so that I can wipe him on turn 1. Now, in Kaycee's mod, the moon is made of stone, and therefore is immune to the effects of Touch of Death and Stinky. So, Tadpole won't help me fight this moon. But that's okay, because I have the Geck. The unkillable Geck. I'll put the smoke down and have the moon kill it, because I can. Oh, interesting. It didn't actually hit the skink. Oh well. See, I could sacrifice the Geck and this wriggling tail in order to play an adder, and I could put down this tadpole, but Stinky isn't doing anything. The moon still has 1 attack power, and when I hit the moon with this adder, it's still alive. But yes, it's of no matter. It's of no concern. Because the Geck is victorious. And I win. Take that, Leshy. So that officially concludes the Reptiles only challenge. And of the 5, I would have to say that the Birds only challenge was definitely the hardest. But Possibly that might be because I specifically had to start with the Kingfisher deck. On the other hand, that isn't necessarily true. Because, with the sole exception of Raven Egg, every bird card has flying. Either way, I have beaten it. I have beaten the Reptiles Only Challenge. And therefore, I have beaten all 5 of the tribe challenges. But that's not the end. There are more challenges to do. So, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And if you didn't enjoy the video, like it anyway. I could use the publicity. And as always, take care, and I'll see you next time.